Hey, welcome to the Puster Chat. My name is Reggie Kimble. Join us as we explore the world of premium cigars and premium whiskey with the people who make it possible. To my right, today's episode is with Miss Chi-Town Peaches, a.k.a. Tatted Smoke. Welcome back. Glad to have you back on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's been about, what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Since we chopped it up at, Life and Times, I think it was. We did it.
Birthday.
On your birthday, that's right. Then you started pursuing some of your own entrepreneurial dreams. So we'll get into that in just a minute. And in the meantime, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. Go to pusterchat.com, check out the Law to Ash cigar subscription, get some cool swag as well. Use code PUFF6 for a discount. And now let's talk to Miss Peaches. What you puffing on today first?
I am smoking the Punisher.
The Punisher.
Once again, not for the lighthearted. Please make sure you ate like something heavy, hearty. Just a very great stick.
Yeah.
It's spicy. Just great. That's all I can say. It's not for a beginner, I would say.
So Peaches actually curated a box, Law to Ash box, probably been a year ago, and she put the Punisher in there. I had never even heard of it.
Right.
So she said, you got to try it. And I said, and she told me about it. I was like, oh, I don't know. And I said, let me get a shot. But I became a fan.
Uh-huh.
I definitely became a fan. It's a great stick. It's a lot of pepper, very strong, bold, full body stick.
Yeah.
Great late night stick. After a full meal. I haven't done this yet, but I think it'd be a great stick with like some cognac or some Armagnac, something sweeter. I think that would be it. So then you get this kind of sweet and spicy at the same time. That would be interesting. I'm going to try that.
You're gonna try it.
I'm going to try that. So, all right. Tatted Smoke. When we last talked, I want to get into this episode. I want to get into just kind of your journey over the last year and a half, what you've been through building out this brand that came out of nowhere, because you are tatted all up. So we know where the name came from. That's easy. You talked about that on the last show.
Right.
But now we're going to get into just, what it's been like. What have you learned? What has all that happened? But first, I want you to just introduce your company one more time, and then I'll shut up, and then we'll go back to it.
Okay. I'm Peaches. I am the owner for Tatted Smoke. You can find me on all platforms, Tatted Smoke 1. And my website is tattedsmoke.com.
Mm-hmm.
And just real simple. I love tattoos. I love to smoke. So we're bringing two taboos together and showing the love of the lifestyles.
There you go. Obviously, this is probably a real stupid question. I touched on it already. I know you touched on it before, but is it as simple as, hey, I have tattoos, so I'm going to name it Tatted Smoke, or was there more meaning behind it? And is it straightforward like that?
For me, it was a more meaning behind it.
Tell us.
So, when I had my last child, I was diagnosed to be postpartum. Never had that before. So, we do not go and talk. Our community does not like to talk to therapists a lot. So went and had therapy for that and found out that I'm bipolar. So, they put you on all these meds and then you're going up and down constantly. And my brother called me one day, was like, yeah, I need to stop taking all these meds because it's not going to be good for you. So he said, I'm going to come down. He gave me a Luke cigar, a medium plus, and some Elijah Craig. He's like, sit here, smoke this, drink this. So it's my first cigar. So I never had anything mild or nothing. I went straight in, like he just threw me in the water and told me swim. So I'm like, oh my God, this is good. And then as it started getting really high, he was like, yeah, that's the feeling I want you to feel. Just sit there for 30 minutes. And I was just like, oh my God. He was like, whenever you get to the point that you're about to be enraged or something because of your condition, have a smoke, have a drink, and it's going to bring you down. And it's been working for me. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to tell everybody.
Yeah.
But that was my journey into the world.
So for you, is it a relaxing effect that it has on you, you would say?
Yeah, very relaxing. It allows me, because my endorphins are going like this. If you guys know me, sometimes I'm really animated, sometimes I'm really low-key. So it allows me to just be even keeled so I can think better and my mind won't be racing so much. So it works good for me.
I'll tell you, I tell people, I said this on a few other episodes, my favorite way to smoke is by myself. I love smoking. I love the fellowship that we get and being with friends and family and all that. It's nothing like it, having great conversations. But a notch above that is just Reggie alone, just smoking and enjoying, staring off into space.
It allows you to think and just decompress and just relax.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You know, so yeah, this is a wonderful thing to do.
All right, cool. Tatted Smoke, there it is. Now you know the meaning behind it.
Yes.
So it's been, am I right when I say it's been about a year and a half? Is what was?
Yeah, about a year and a half. It's going to be, I believe it was in the end of May, 1st of April when I really launched it. So that'll be in 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And how's it been? What challenges have you had? Was it difficult getting started? Did you just jump off the deep end and say, I'm just going to go? No. How did that get started?
It's very challenging just because you want to make sure that you have a product that kind of stands out differently than everyone else. Since I'm an apparel brand, there's so many different apparels out here. So I want to be a little different. I want that when you see it, you're like, yes, I have to have that. So, you know, I sat around and it took me forever to try to think of the actual name of the company. And whenever I would think of something, I would ask Cigar Mike, and he's like, no. I asked him something else. He was like, well, what does that mean? So everything is a class with him. So I was just like, forget it. Forget it. So I put it aside. And then one day I was just sitting there and I was like, smoking, tattoo. Yeah, let's put that together. That sounds good. And when I told him, he was like, sounds pretty good.
There you go. You got the stamp of approval.
Yeah. So then I was like, well, what? I'm looking at everybody else. How do I want to step myself, once again, aside from everybody else? So my guy, Steve, he's a photographer, great photographer. He's like, yo, let's take some pictures. And I'm like, okay. So we took some smoking pictures and they came out beautiful. So then I was like, well, how can I put these on a shirt and it's going to be different than everyone else, you know, different from the shirts that we see at Spencer's or something, where it's just like a plot on it. So that's how we came up with actually having my photo, the ink. It's like it's woven into the fabric of the shirts.
Okay.
So
and that first shirt with those photos on it were hot. Like it was like, I don't know if this is intentional, but before you released the shirt, you kind of released the photos on Instagram and social media, and everybody's like, "Ooh!" Everybody was buzzing, like, "Look at Peaches," you know. and then all of a sudden, you saw it on the shirt. Was that the design? Was that kind of like, I'm gonna kind of give this to them in stages and pieces? Is that kind of your thought?
I want to see what how people would bite at it, you know, because people are so judgmental. So I didn't want to see if they was like, oh, no, that's not cute, or, oh, yeah, I will rock that. And I had some really good reviews on it. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and try this. And brought it all out. I believe I debuted it, press at Tatted Smoke for his event, cigar event. And I mean, no, it was for Jesus. I can't even think of the name. It was from North Carolina.
That's okay.
I can't think of it right now. Drawing a blank. But yeah, just wore it on my own. And then people were like, yo, I want that shirt. I was like, okay. I'll go home and make some.
Okay. All right.
So that's how I actually got it out. And I had a lot of love from the community. Honestly, people were really just like hitting me up on Instagram, Facebook, talking to Mike like, yo, I need your girl's number. He was like, well, why? So
that's the first question most men would ask their significant other.
So yeah, I was able to get them out, and then I had a lot of great people that really supported me, like Calvin with Charleston Lux Cigars, and Preston with Tatted Smoke. We have MJ with Life and Times. Just everybody was just coming together, and they're like, yo, you can come and vend, get it out. And that's how I actually was able to get it out to more people. And now you can find Tatted Smoke maybe in every city. Somebody has one. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then so that first shirt had kind of your photograph on it. Your Tatted Smoke photograph. You showed off all the tattoos. And
that was the controversial one.
That was the but that's kind of how it started, though. That's what I remember seeing first, at least. That was not.
No. The first one was
which
me
was the
blowing
first?
the smoke.
Oh, with the still with the hat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then with me with the long nails, lighting the cigar.
That's right. I mean, that was dope too. The both were dope. I thought both of them were
Tatted
dope.
Body came out.
Yeah,
that was
controversial. Okay.
Yeah, and I love that. So Mike, of course, was like, "Yeah, no." And I said, "Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna wear it for myself and see, see what the buzz is." And people were like, "Yo, I love it." I think when they saw my tatted body, everything kind of came together with the name for people. So it took off, and I was like, "Okay, good." So now it's just I'm always trying to think of something different. What can I do different to put out there?
That's what I was going to ask you next. So what's your creative process like? Like, how do you come? Because since those early days when you launched those designs, you come out with several more designs.
Yeah.
What's that process look like for you?
Late nights with Mike sitting in the garage at that time, smoking and watching TV, just looking at different apparels that people are wearing on TV and seeing how I can be different. And that's how I came up with my hoodies. My whole logo is completely embroidered. I see a lot of people on no one is embroidered. It's either screen prints or some sticker. And I said, how can I make sure that our hoodies last a long time? And I mean, it wasn't cheap for me because my logo was like 40,000 stitches. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I came out with that. And then I said, you know what, let's get something lightweight because I know a lot of people like to run, fitness. Something's going to absorb the sweat. So there we go. I came out with that. And from there, my newest one is Tatted World. So I have the globe, the world, and all colors.
Wow.
Because, every life is a different color the way I look at it because we all live life different.
Yes, we do.
And I want to represent everybody and pretty much just saying that Tatted Smoke is taking over the world. I'm speaking it into existence.
There you go. And speaking of taking over the whole world, there's some competition out there. Starting an apparel brand in a very niche industry of cigar smoking, centered around cigar smoking. We know a couple of big brands that we interact with from time to time.
Yeah.
What do you do? What differentiates you, you feel like? What's kind of your secret sauce if you to say, how I can kind of stand out from the crowd?
Well, one of the great things is that with some of the other brands, there's representatives or, people to work with them. And there's one main person and a lot of people underneath. It's just me. So I have all the creativity to think and produce what I want, what my vision is, where with some other companies, it's just one person as well, but they have a lot of other people feeding into their ears. And, I tell everybody, I started off with an idea and $300. That was it.
That was it.
I didn't have a big bank behind me or anything like that. And I'm finding the more I put stuff out, people sit and watch. So after I put something out, I give it 3 to 4 weeks. Somebody else put out something.
Oh, so you got some copycats.
Oh, God. So and I get so frustrated because I'm like, I'm the one to sit here all night for weeks and weeks trying to think of this, to bring up this. And then you're just sitting around waiting and stalking my posts to see, oh, that's what you do. I'm going to do it too.
Yeah.
So as Mike always tells me, that's be flattered.
That is, imitation is a form of flattery.
It is.
We've heard that before. It pisses you off sometimes.
It does.
But it is. But Mike is right. Mike is right on that. Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, apparently I'm doing something right because that's why other people want to jump on board. So my whole thing is just to try to be 100% different in some way than everyone else. I want to stand out. So that's why I have actual people on my T-shirts and not cartoon characters.
There you go. Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I have no
against
people with
no, of course not. But no, everybody has to do their own thing. But I like that does make you stand out in my opinion. That does make you stand out. And is that just something you just prefer? Are there any like fashion trends or industry like fashion trends that you follow that kind of help you come up with that concept or think about stuff like that? Or you just kind of, is this just out of the mind of Peaches?
A little out of mind, but one day I was on the internet and I was looking. Remember that old photo of Janet Jackson? Mm-hmm. And her hands is over her head and somebody's holding her boobs.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And it was the sexiest picture ever.
Yeah.
Without showing anything. Really.
I'm not so much anymore, but as a younger man, you wouldn't have found too many, a much bigger Janet Jackson fan than me. She knows. But I've gotten past that now. But yeah, so I remember that photo. Yeah.
I just remember seeing people run out and they wanted that T-shirt,
mm-hmm.
and you go to Spencer's, it's there. You go to Walmart, it's there. Like anywhere you go, people are wearing it. So I'm like, let me do something that no one has done since she has really came out with. I mean, we have some rap groups that came out and they have their pictures on there as well. But in our community, no one was doing it. So I said, well, let's go back because we have to look at where we came from sometimes. And I was like, well, let me try to do this and see how this culture is going to rock with it. And they actually rocked with it.
There you go.
I actually wanted to do that T-shirt. I wanted to do that one with Janet Jackson. I thought it was going to be amazing. I was like, Mike, you can hold, and he's like, no.
You're going to try to recreate an iconic moment.
I did.
And it was because that was an iconic photo. So
I thought it would be amazing, but the big boss told me no. I thought I was the boss, but I guess not.
Yeah. You're still the boss. Let me tell you, I'm going to give you my 2 cents on what differentiates you. Okay. And I think this is just about any brand. One thing that I've always been super impressed that just sitting back and watching you operate on social media is the way you engage with people. Number one, you like part of this team with Cigar Mike now, so y'all don't stop. Y'all in lounges all the time, but you are engaging with the public.
Yeah.
And that's pretty powerful. I don't see other brands necessarily engaging the way you are out there engaging. And then you engage on social media, always posting, and you're always staying in touch with the people that follow you. And I'm assuming that's been a big part of your success as well.
Oh, definitely. Because it starts with social media because when you travel, then you get to see them. But it starts with social media. So you post something, they like it, they have questions, you actually respond to them. You don't have somebody else responding. It's not a day or two delay. I'm always responding. So they built this relationship with me that once they finally do meet me, it's like they know me. Like people, I had a young lady come up to me yesterday. She was like, Peaches girl. I was like, oh my God, I don't know who this is. Hey, girl.
They know you from social, right?
Yes, but it helps build those relationships. And, if I walk in a room, I'm going to say hello to everybody. I talk a lot of shit. What you smoking?
Yeah.
You need to stop smoking that. Or, let's go over here and talk about that. So it gets people a little bit more relaxed. Because a lot of times people look at certain people on Instagram and they put you at a certain level, like almost like they feel like they can't touch you or they can't talk to you. And I want everybody to know anybody can walk up to me and talk to me.
That's right, yeah.
So I'd say they can't touch
but they can't touch you.
Right, they can talk to me. So I try to just make sure
I feel you on that, Mike.
I just try to make sure I do that and stay out engaged all the time because if you're not there and you're not engaging, then you're not on somebody's mind.
And you're engaged as the actual owner. That's what makes it powerful. Because other brands, I won't talk about other brands because, I support them all. But,
right, definitely.
But you don't see the founder out there the way you are the founder of your brand, which makes it special, in my opinion. People are buying from you. Because at the end of the day, people do business with people.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they can be able to say, I remember buying that first shirt from you here. And we'd be like, yeah, we have a journey that we can talk about, So, but I mean, bigger things is coming. So I might have somebody in different places.
Oh, okay. I can understand. So that's a great segue. What's next?
So I can't even talk about it, to be honest with you. And
it's top secret.
Yeah. So
You keeping secrets from the Puff Sip Chat Lord Ass family?
I'm going to give you the exclusive when it comes out.
Okay, all right. I'll take that. Okay.
But, like you said, you always have to keep thinking. You always have to find different avenues. And I don't want to be confined to one room.
Okay.
As TK said the other day.
You should not be.
I want to be in every room. Mm-hmm. And a great segue is this. Mm-hmm. Another great segue is tattoos. Mm. So I'm finding my way of getting into other rooms and bringing stuff together. Yeah. So, I mean, Tatted Smoke will always be there, but we have a whole lot more coming from Tatted Smoke.
I don't doubt that at all. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So let's wrap up with what advice would you give other people that, even if they're not starting an apparel brand like you are, but just in general, you have any advice for somebody who's just stepping out there, getting started on whatever their idea is?
It's going to be hard. Mm-hmm. And when you want to give up, don't. Mm-hmm. You're going to cry a lot. There's going to be a lot of moments that you're just with yourself. Mm-hmm. You're going to get out there and try to bring out this brand that you love, whatever it is, and people are not going to support you. Mm-hmm. And it's so devastating. And so, like, it makes you want to give up. But the only thing I can tell you is don't give up, because whoever didn't buy it, it wasn't for them. So there's somebody else that it's for, so keep pushing, and have a support team. Your guy, your wife, really good friends that's always going to push you and support you, regardless what you do. And honestly tell you, you're doing a great job. Because sometimes you need that, because you're your worst critic.
Always.
So, I see something, I'm like, yeah, this is going to be, no, I don't like it. So I would say do not give up. It's going to be hard. I hear like the first 3 to 5 years is the hardest. That's what I keep hearing.
That's right. Yes, I raised my hand. Yes, it is.
So I'm just going into 2 years. So it's very difficult. It's very hard. But do not give up on yourself. And sometimes you have to remove yourself from people to allow yourself to think. And don't let anybody talk you out of what you're doing. It may be a particular shirt that a person don't like, an image, but do not give up. How can you go around that? Like TK said the other day with Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, you'll make this amount of money here, but you can make so much more money if you do the same thing you're doing, but just go around, go in another room.
That's right.
So, when he said that, it just struck home, and I was just over there thinking, I was just typing a bunch of stuff. Hey, yeah, you got some stuff turning. So
he definitely inspired me. I'm not gonna lie. He inspired me. Definitely. Whole new respect for the brother. So, well, thank you for sharing that journey. If I were to recap it, I would say, number one, take a moment to have a nice marketing strategy. Think about how you're gonna launch your brand. I would say number two, be a little bit tenacious in terms of always pushing the envelope, trying new things, introducing new products, new images, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, right?
You have to.
And don't think it's going to be a get-rich-quick scheme.
No.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be very
Be prepared to grind, right?
Don't quit your day job.
Don't quit the day job. That's right. That's right. That's beautiful. Well, we ain't going anywhere.
Oh, no.
Steve and I are committed to this team that we formed, this group. I like to call this a power group, where you got yourself, you got Cigar Mike, you got Steve, you got myself. This is a power group, and and there's other people that play a big role in that group as well, that are helping all of us be successful, because nobody does anything alone.
No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that you don't know. I wouldn't be doing Tatted Smoke and have the confidence I have if it wasn't for you.
Well, how's that?
Because here I am on Instagram, and I actually win something. I win your.
I know, that was a shock. Right? I know, that's right. Yeah.
That was the beginning of all this, because I was out there. I was posting a lot of different things, but you believed in me, someone that you did not know. You just watched my feed, and you believed in me to come aboard to be a part of your business. To get your business out there to more people. So that spoke a lot to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's
the energy you bring to the table that we liked and that we wanted to be a part of that.
Believes in me. If you believe in me, I definitely need to believe in myself.
That's right. That's right.
So every time I get down, I think of you and Steve and like Mike, and I'm like, you guys believe in me, so I can't let you down. So I won't let myself down. So I thank you for,
of course,
helping me win that first round.
That's how it all started. That's how it all started. That's what's up.
What, ACW?
ASW.
No,
ASW Whiskey. That's right. Well, hey, that's awesome.
Yes.
Much continued success.
Thank you.
We're not going anywhere. We're going to be here to watch the journey. And we're just a phone call away. Tell us what you need. Tell us what you need from us, and we're here to support.
Yes.
So, hey, Peaches, Tatted Smoke, y'all. Chi-Town Peaches, Tatted Smoke. I'll tell you that. Gotta throw the Chi-Town in there. Gotta represent Chi-Town. Thank you for coming on the show again.
Thank you.
I'm sure this won't be the last time.
Definitely will not.
So if you're starting an apparel brand or any kind of brand, check out this episode. Please like, subscribe, comment. Check her out on Instagram, tattedsmoke.com, right, as well.
Yep.
And Chi-Town Peaches. And she's always engaged. I'm sure if you ask her a question, she will answer you.
I will.
So anyway, I'm StickMan #1 coming to you from Puff Sip Chat Studios. As always, Puff Sip Chat repeat. Keep doing this over and over again. And it ain't never about me. It's about the lifestyle. Peace.
Peace.